Assalamu alaikum student, welcome to the e-classes of Sufa English High School. This is Shazia Khan, subject teacher of SST. Today will be going to teach standard 7 geography, that is chapter number 9 agriculture. So let's start with the new paragraph. In the picture shown above, we see a standing crop, a plug, share, etc. From this, it becomes obvious that this is the farmer's house. A farmer keeps hens, sheep, goats, and cattle. They are also used. Seen in the picture, he gets milk, eggs, etc. from them. He sells hens, goats to earn money. He does all this for his subsistence. All these occupations depend on natural factors. All these fall under agriculture. These occupations are supplementary to the cultivation of crops. Agriculture has a wide scope. For our basic needs of food and clothing, we make use of plants and animals. Besides the cultivation of different crops, rearing cattle, sheep and goats, maintaining poultry farms, keeping bees, sericulture, horticulture, orchardry, pisciculture, pig farming, emu farming, etc. are included in agriculture. Now, student, in this paragraph, it is explained that scope of agriculture means क्षेत्र और खेती के बारे में. Agriculture has a wide scope. Cultivation of the crops is considered to the main and the most important occupation in agriculture. Besides the cultivation of different crops, rearing cattle, sheep and goats, maintaining poultry farms, keeping bees, सेरिकल्चर, हॉर्टिकल्चर. सेरिकल्चर मीन्स रेशम के कीड़े का पालन करना. हॉर्टिकल्चर, ऑर्केड्री मीन्स गार्डनिंग करना. पेसिकल्चर, पिग फार्मिंग, एमी फार्मिंग एक्सेट्रा आर ऑल्सो इंक्लूडेड इन एग्रीकल्चर. Now go to the next paragraph. In agricultural occupations, resources like manpower, animals, implements, etc. are used. Advanced technology is employed in agriculture. Cultivation of crops is considered to be the main and the most important occupation. Means in this paragraph, animals, implements, etc. are used. Advanced technology is employed in agriculture. Now go to the next page. Geographical explanation. In the above picture, we see the changes in agriculture practice. In the past, primitive man had to wander in the forest to sustain himself on the collected forest produce. Later, he learned the art of cultivation and started getting greater production from the land. Through this, he could provide for the whole year's need for food grains. He also started obtaining a number of products through floriculture, horticulture, rearing animals, pisciculture, etc. Abandoning nomadic life, he undertook different occupations related to agriculture at the same place. Now in this paragraph, it is explained that above picture that you are seeing in 9.5 means different type of picture are given here. Above picture we see the changes in agriculture. Okay, in the past, primitive man had to wander in the forest. Through this, he could provide for the whole year's need for food grains. Obtaining a number of products through floriculture, horticulture, rearing animals, pisciculture, etc. Abandoning nomadic life. Now go to the next paragraph. Now let us get introduced To the different occupations that come under the scope of agriculture, we use the product of this occupation in our everyday life. These traditional occupations are allied activities in agriculture. Now, in this paragraph, it is explained that beside the cultivation, he also started obtaining number of products through floriculture, horticulture, rearing animals, pisciculture, etc. Abandoning the nomadic life, man undertook different occupations related to agriculture at the same time. These traditional occupations are allied activities in agriculture. Now go to the animal husbandries. Rearing different animals and obtaining various products from them for subsistence is the core of animal husbandry. Means rearing different animals and obtaining various products from them for subsistence is the core of animal husbandries. Means dairy farmings, cows, oxen, buffaloes, etc. are reared for agriculture related work. Rearing milch animals and animals which can be employed in farming is also an occupation. It is considered to be an inseparable part of mixed farming. It has become quite commercial in recent times. In India, it has started changing recently. Commercial dairy farming is mainly undertaken for meat and milk. Now, dairy farming means cow, oxen, buffalo, etc. are reared for agriculture related work. Dairy farming is considered to be an inseparable part of mixed farming. Commercial dairy farming is mainly undertaken for meat and milk. Now, sheep and goat rearing. This is also a traditional occupation that is generally carried out in hilly tracts and semi-arid region with dry climate. Sheep and goats survive on short grasses, shrubs, and acacia, which grow in remote hilly rural areas away from urban settlements in India. It is mainly undertaken for meat. Sheep rearing is carried out to be obtain wool. Now in this paragraph it is explained that sheep and goat rearing is a traditional occupation. This climate sheep and goat survive on short grasses. Survive means बना रहना या जीवित रहना. Shrubs and acacia means babul. In India, this occupation is mainly undertaken for meat. It also carried out for obtaining wool. Now go to the next paragraph. Poultry. Keeping hens and other fowl is a common practice in all parts of the world. It is a traditional occupation today. It is carried out as a household occupation and also on a commercial basis. Running a poultry on a commercial basis requires a lot of care. For this, scientific methods are employed in India. This occupation is generally located in the areas close to big cities as they provide a ready market for this occupation. In some areas, rabbit, pig, and emu rearing is also undertaken. Now, in this paragraph, it is explained that keeping hens and other fowl means any type of bird, कोई भी पक्षी, is a traditional occupation. It is commonly practiced in all parts of the world. This occupation is carried out as a household occupation and also on a commercial basis. Now, beekeeping. Beekeeping, this occupation is undertaken to obtain honey and wax bees in order to collect honey. However, around the plants that bear flowers, this promotes the process of pollinations. As a result, the trees bear large number of fruits and the crop yields increase. Beekeeping is an important occupation with respect to agriculture. Now, beekeeping, this occupation is undertaken to obtain honey and wax. Bees promote the process of pollination. As a result, the trees bear large number of fruits and crop yield increase. So, beekeeping is an important occupation with respect to agriculture. Now, pisciculture. Pisciculture means fish farming. Fish farming Farm ponds are dug out for this purpose. Water is stored in such ponds. Fish seeds are released in the ponds. For these seeds of freshwater spices are used in order to achieve the best growth of fish. Scientific methods are employed. Fishing in open seas has a number of risk factors. Different type of fish and other aquatic organism gets caught in the fishing nets. Separating them becomes a major task. All organisms do not fetch the same price. All these factors led to the rearing of specific type of fish species separately. Pisciculture developed out of these efforts. Worm, roha, ravas, Indian salmon, columbi, prawns, etc. are reared in fish farm. Now, pisciculture means fish farming. Farm ponds are dug out for pisciculture means fish farming के लिए fish seeds are released in the ponds. For this, seeds of freshwater spices are used. Fishing in open seas has a number of risk factors as its effect. Pisciculture is developed in India. Okay, now go to the next paragraph. Sericulture. Sericulture means silk thread is obtained. Silk thread is obtained from the cocoon of the silk moth. These threads are very fine and strong, and from this one can weave soft silk cloth. Getting silk thread from cocoon and manufacturing silk cloth are independent occupation. They are not included in agriculture. Different organizations supply silk moth eggs to the farmers. Leaves of mulberry trees are the main food for these silkworms. Once planted, the mulberry trees survive for a minimum period of 15 years. Hence, the expenditure of planting the trees every year is saved. Now, in this paragraph, it is explained that silk thread are obtained from the cocoon of the silk moth. These thread are used for weaving soft silk cloth. Getting silk thread from cocoons and manufacturing silk cloth are independent occupation. Now go to the next paragraph. Nursery. In the last few years, the area under floriculture, cultivation of medicinals and aromatic plants, and horticulture has increased. These plantations require a high standard of seedlings, cuttings, bulbs, and seeds. This has led to development of nurseries. Nurseries gives food good returns. Now in this paragraph it is explained that in the last few years the area under floriculture, cultivation of medicinals and aromatic plants, and horticulture has increased. This plantation require a high standard of seedlings, cutting, bulbs, and seeds. This has resulted in the development of nurseries. Aromatic means khushbudar. Okay, student, it is enough for today. I will continue in the next video. So take care and thank you.